It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Hey, it's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds.
I have been falsely accused of ordering too many Kickstarters by this one. So I thought I would show her all the Kickstarters and all the ones I passed on. And we also get a lot of questions about, hey, where do you guys find all these cool games? And so we thought we'd show with the rest of you a new series. Was Bring It to Life. Bring It to Life. So all these are Kickstarters looking for funding to bring the project to life. So let's take a look. So these are all only Kickstarters that are in our wheelhouse. And what I mean by that is no print and play, no games that have or require 3 or more players. So just 2 and under.
Yeah.
No games that last longer than 120 minutes because we don't have that kind of time. We got way too many kids to mess with that. So let's go ahead, take a look. We'll let you know our thoughts, and feel free to comment down below if a game looks interesting to you. All right, here we go. Start off in New York City. Nut Hunt.
So wait, New York City. So like the forest is in New York City?
Well, this game was just made by people in New York.
Oh, okay. It's like, there's some interesting squirrels.
I guess they're city squirrels.
It's like Scrat from Ice Age. The squirrel, he's trying to get away with
with the acorn.
acorn.
Yeah. So this is a squirrel placement game instead of a worker placement game. 1 to 5 players, roughly 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We did not.
So I really like this here. This is what kind of catches my attention. It says, quite fun to play and fits that niche in between, hey, we're going to play something really heavy and we're going to play a quick game just to have some fun together. I really like that because I like to play quick games because we don't have a lot of time, but I don't want it to be so light that it's like,
right. Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Where it gets a little boring.
boring.
Yeah. The thing that jumped out to me, was this, the printed meeple on the fox. That's really cool.
The tiles look really pretty.
I thought all the tiles were really cool. 101 wooden meeples, 100 nut cards, 45 objectives, 19 locations. So you kind of build the board together with these location tiles.
The frog pond.
Yeah, it's really nice art. I really like this art style. The fox is also a cool thing. So you roll this dice in whatever direction, like this will remain in one spot, then you roll the dice. And so if we roll 2 in this example, it moves up and to the right.
Okay.
So that's how you control the fox.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That dice is pretty cool looking.
The orange dice.
It's marble.
Oh, marbled orange. So yeah, this one looks right up our alley.
Yeah.
This looks like a lot of fun. We like worker placement. Looks like you're trying to get a bunch of squirrels in the same area. And so I imagine the other.
It's a little bit of resource management too, it looks like, because you have to build your nests. And then once you build so many nests and you've placed your 4th nest or whatever here it says, and then you complete objectives with that. A little tiny bit.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what the objectives are. I didn't get a great understanding from the page.
The frog pond.
Yeah, this is just, I think we're now into the other people reviews. I don't watch those because I want to do those. So I don't want to poison my all right, yeah, nothing more.
What's the
down
age
there.
on this one?
I think 10 up.
10 and up. Okay.
Those ages though are pretty.
They're flexible, especially because the way that they're able to classify their games is they have to they have to test with certain age groups.
Mhm.
And so if you want your game to come out quicker, you might accept an age group that's higher in age just because you want it to come out quicker, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so you don't want to wait for them to have to test it on younger age groups.
Right.
If you're trying to release it faster.
But it prevents you, if you got choking hazards, prevents you from liability if you bump up the age. Just so that way someone's not chewing on one of your meeples. Well, that one looks pretty good. I like that one.
I like that one.
Let's see. Up next, this one is from St. Louis, Missouri. First in Flight, a historical aviation board game. So this is a push your luck deck building game.
I like
1
deck
to
building.
4, 45 to 75 minutes. This one, some of these I kind of vetted some of these because this was an idea I had, but I do this Kickstarter vetting normally without Mary. So a lot
And
of
then
these
I just
early
get
ones,
an email with a list of games.
a lot of these early ones I'm going to be really big fans of, because the ones that I wasn't a big fan of have already been eliminated. So this one, 4 days. So this one, you're building your deck, which is basically your flight,
Mhm.
and then you're pushing your luck because you've got these sort of like crash cards or failure cards. And so as you're like you're playing out card, and if you hit, I think it's either 3 or 4 of these crash cards, your flight failed.
Okay.
And so you want to build your deck stronger so that way it's bigger, so there's less of a chance, and you have to get so many in a row to have a successful flight. This one looks really cool. So you're kind of going around this board collecting resources to buy better cards and things like that, and then you're get ready to do your flight. Which one do you like better? Do you like the meeples or the plastic figurines?
I like the plastic figurines, but that's the meeples that were really cool because they're that painted meeple,
Right, yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a relatively new concept for me.
I do like the bust
Mhm.
on these. It's not like a full body figure,
Mhm.
so it looks pretty cool. Again, I think this one has really pretty artwork on it.
It's okay.
We don't agree on everything.
It's the theme. I'm just not
You're not a fan of
planes.
this is like golden age Americana.
It's planes.
First in Flight. She's such a hater. I really enjoy this one. I could definitely see myself back in this one. This one's right up my alley. Maybe you'll learn something too about classic aviation.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, over the top Kickstarter at its best. Skyrise. Look at this hunks of plastic. So
That's
the
a
game
lot.
board is elevated with these big hunks of plastic. So beautiful. I love it. So over the top. So this is an auction style game. And so
Okay.
you're auctioning 2 to 4 players, 30 to 75 minutes. Auctioning for land to build your towers, I think.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
My
Look
goodness.
at this thing. That is Kickstarter bloat right there. So yeah, and then as you build in certain areas, you get these tiles, or these, they call them faction discs.
Feels like a scythe feel. It's a scythe feel.
It's a scythe feel.
A scythe feel.
A little bit, but
Well,
the
yeah.
scythe doesn't have auction system in
Yeah.
it. Build your own wonder.
That's a pretty
This
is that a cathedral?
Beautiful.
Or?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
And you got objectives. Try to do here are all the characters. I mean, look at that. That is beautiful.
That's really pretty.
See the board. See how it's almost modular and kind of fits together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you need that, but just Kickstarter bloat, man.
Yeah.
Here's all the characters. Look at that. That is,
It can be a pretty game, but is it a good game?
well,
There's some really pretty games.
so this is the
gotta
wooden the base has the wooden.
Okay.
You would never get that. No one's ever buying that. Everyone's buying this one.
Yes.
You got the stone, brick, sandstone, and
Patina.
patina.
Mm-hmm.
There's the wonders. I don't know how much this one is, but goodness, it looks pretty.
It's probably expensive.
It might be expensive. All right, give me that tofu. Do you like tofu?
Yeah, I like tofu.
It's okay. It's pretty
doesn't have much of a-
flavorless.
Right. But
Like-
that's the beauty of it. You can flavor it however you want. So if you can fry tofu just right,
Mhm.
make it like a little crispy on the edges and soak it in soy sauce. I love soy sauce.
This game, unfortunately, is not going to fund.
Okay.
They're under half their goal with 4 days left.
A vegan card game in a tofu press.
Right. What is so awesome about this, and the main reason I left it on here, I thought about getting rid of this one because it's not going to fund, and I don't want to rub it in anyone's face. But look at that beautiful box.
That's pretty cool.
And it comes with a headband. I would wear that headband. I don't know what that symbol means. I assume tofu.
Pie.
I think it's
It's a pie symbol.
I think it's
It's Greek pie, but I mean, yes, it's
something
probably,
oriental, right?
yeah, if it's something else in Asian, but it looks like the Greek letter pi.
Okay. Yes, it does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that actually. But this reminded me a lot of Exploding Kittens.
Yeah.
There's cards you could peek in someone's hand.
I like the art. It looks
Yeah, the
funny.
art I thought was pretty
It's
pretty
cute.
fun. Basically, you're trying to be there's one piece of tofu in the entire game, and you're trying to end your turn with only the piece of tofu in your hand.
Okay.
So you can use cards for abilities or special actions, or you can discard 2 of the same. It's like I said, it's not gonna fun, so we don't want to dwell on it too much. But I just want to show that box. That box is beautiful,
It is.
and the headband. That is awesome.
You need the headband.
This one all the way from Germany,
Ooh.
king of board games. I think the only one bigger than Gen Con is Eschenspiel.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my bucket list to go there.
I love Germany when I went. It was pretty.
Mhm. What was that Satima?
Septima. Mm-hmm.
Gather your witch coven, enthrall the townsfolk, and rise to power as the new Satima in the most accessible Mind Clash game yet.
It's got those painted.
Painted meeples,
Yeah.
man. It's big this time.
Very pretty.
It's 1 to 4, 25 minutes per player,
Okay.
12 and up. I didn't fully understand how this game plays. So you playing through 4 seasons, each of which consists of 5 rounds. You're trying to gather powerful witches, gain enough wisdom. You're trying to be the next high witch,
Okay.
basically. It's a semi co-op, which we're not huge fans of.
Well, especially for 2-player.
right.
A lot of times when you have a semi co-op, it's really better when you have like around 4 or more players.
Right. Like Betrayal of House on the Hill.
Yeah.
It's kind of semi co-op where one person is ultimately a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
The other cool thing I thought about this, so a witch hunter is hunting you, and if they capture one of your pieces, they go on a Salem witch trial.
Ooh.
And then you can try to influence jurors in this witch trial to free your captured witch. This game feels like it's got a lot going on. Like
I do like the style of art. It looks pretty cool.
You like that art style?
Yeah, I do like that art style. Mhm.
I'm not as big on that art style.
I like that art style.
Yeah. So here is the deluxe version, which obviously we get because we like our games pretty. It's a pretty big board.
Yeah,
It just feels like there's just a lot going on. I think this one I might have to watch a how to play or something
Mhm.
before ultimately determining. And then there's like shapeshifters. I guess that's an expansion.
Oh,
Like
okay.
shapeshift into animals and stuff. And
Hey, they even show how to put it all in the box.
yeah,
You'd have
it
to
looks
save
like it's
that
got
image.
a special a special trade. Design not final. So
Okay.
don't save that one. Yeah, it it looks fun. It just looks
Complicated?
busy. Yeah, a lot going on, a lot to juggle. Up next from Italy, we got our first video game.
Oh, this is a video game.
Yeah, Chronicles of Two Heroes. I believe this one is PS4, 5, and Switch.
Okay.
So this is a 16-bit Metroidvania style game
Oh, really?
with real-time switching. So you play as two characters. So it's only a one-player game, but like certain characters are better at certain things than others. Like you see this little video here, like the red guy can teleport, so you get through the fire. But then the white one is, so you see how he's switching in real time.
Right.
Yeah, very Metroidvania look, side-scrolling platformer. This looks awesome.
It does. Of course,
Really,
I'm a
really
big fan of
cool.
Metroid, so
Yeah, we're both. I'm a big fan of Castlevania. She's a big fan of Metroid, so Metroidvania games are right up her alley. Yeah, I'm a little surprised at some of the graphics for PS5, PS4, Switch. Like I know they're going for that 16-bit
right
art style, which is interesting that they didn't make it for Super Nintendo or Sega. They went with the modern consoles.
I think they want to be able to get it out to people though who actually have those consoles.
That's true.
There's a lot of retro gamers that they have the consoles, and then there are people who just wish they could
average Joes
who want a retro game, but they don't really have the money or the time to.
Yeah, we just insulted anyone who didn't have a physical media collection.
I'm not insulting them. Some people just don't have the time either.
No, it is. It is.
You have to have space for all that stuff.
It is. But this looks awesome.
It looks really cool. But again, yeah, it is interesting to see the 6-bit feel on a PS5, 16-bit feel on a PS5 game or Switch.
Right. Yeah. Of course, it's got all the Kickstarter bloat you'd come to expect. So I'll try to find the pins and the art books. It's like those are really cool to look at. But we're already crowded on space, so might just get the base.
Okay, so I'm excited about reading about this one. It might be a horrible game, but it's about axolotls. And I, at one point in time, set up an entire tank for an axolotl because I was going to have one.
Mhm.
There was a local person who had axolotls for sale, and I was going to get one, and I was going to have my own axolotl. And the person advertised them and then never returned my calls after a while. But I really wanted to have a pet axolotl. They're so cool looking.
So this is a rogue shooter, basically a twin stick shooter, but you play as an AK axolotl.
AK axolotl.
That's really.
It's kind of
axolotl
funny.
just rolls off the tongue. You add that hard K in there, and it does it.
It looks funny.
So top-down shooter.
Mm-hmm. Which I would never be good at.
We played Total Carnage, and you liked it.
I liked it. I just wasn't very good at it.
This time you're gonna have two sticks, so you're not trying to hit buttons.
Yeah.
So I think it'll play a little bit better for you. So I think this one was on this is PS4, 5, and Switch.
Okay. I actually think that our
upgrades.
Oldest son would really like this. He has a fascination for axolotls as well.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
All right. So use the spoils of your hunts to cook delicious meals. Unlock permanent upgrades to your axolotl into the most powerful animal at the pond. So yeah, it looks like it's kind of like a little bit of a role-playing game where you're
Yeah.
upgrading your weapons and upgrading your abilities as you go. Looks pretty chaotic at times. Some of these scenes are like, man, that's a lot going on.
Total Carnage was like that though.
Yeah, I love top-down shooters, but like you see a screen like this, you're like, oh man, this no one's even shooting at you. This is just like the
There's a
menu
unicorn.
screen. Yeah, buy one donut, get one gun free. That's pretty fun. Yeah, so this game, it's definitely got some humor.
Yeah, that's cute.
A game style I really like. These bosses look pretty cool. See this crab that whips out a knife? That looks awesome.
He could just use his claws. He's got claws.
Yeah, but why not also use a knife? Tunage fights from Mexico.
Tunjian fights.
Oh yeah.
Tunjian.
It's tune and then the end of dungeon.
Tunjin.
Some stuff done.
Does that kind of look like Squidward?
It reminded me of an art style. It's not Squidward. Is it?
Classic Mickey Mouse, right?
Well, a little bit, but then what's the one that our niece is always watching? With like the Hillbilly Family.
Oh, Greens.
Green Acres?
No. Since something Greens.
Big City Greens?
Big City Greens.
Okay. Kind of reminded me a little bit of that, plus the old-timey cartoon. This is 1 to 4, 60 minutes. It is a dungeon crawler and deck building game, but set in this Toon universe.
That's interesting.
It's cooperative, so that's nice. You get all these. Obviously, this is all that.
If I was going to play a dungeon crawler, this is how I would prefer for the art to be. Instead of all fancy, I want it to be just straightforward and fun like this, cartoon-like.
Yeah, you gotta have blood, guts, demons.
I need to be able to understand it.
So yeah, this definitely looks, to your point, a much more streamlined dungeon crawler. I mean, it doesn't really give me a ton of dungeon crawly
No
feels. I mean, it's just kind of going a straight line.
I mean, I guess there's tools and weapons that you can get, but
yeah. And then the player board, so you'll stack all your weapons and items on here. Tarot size boss cards, boss life counter, a whole bunch of cards. It looks fun. We do have a lot of dungeon crawlers and a lot of deck builders. So
you like dungeon crawlers, I like deck builders.
Yeah, maybe it's just a perfect marriage, just like we have. We'll see when we start actually backing some of these.
Yeah.
Got, what is this one from? UK.
Okay.
Drags to Riches. Another deck builder. And this is a fabulous drag queen deck building game for 2 to 5 players. Okay. Of course, celebrate Pride Month. Got to show a little love to that side. So this one, you are competing in various drag shows and trying to get the most points out of your outfits. And you can sell, like, see this one here, so it's like 1 coin.
Okay.
So if you had 3 of these, you could buy this one, or
those shoes,
6 of them.
Those purple shoes remind me of those shoes from that Lady Gaga music video. They were very hard to forget. I
imagine you'll see lots of Lady Gaga inspired outfits here. Whole bunch of different characters, 5 different characters, 115 looks. You got 15 event cards.
So yeah, so you're building an outfit.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could literally take this theme and slap knight on it instead of just have boots. Maybe a helmet for hair, accessory be your weapon, this would be your armor, this would be a special potion. You're doing the same exact thing. Yeah, I thought this one looked like a lot of fun. Um, Sometimes with these LGBTQ games, they can be a little hypersexualized, and this one did not have that at all. So, which is nice. We got kids. We don't want that hypersexualized, but this one did not show anything like that. So yeah, check it out. I thought it looked pretty fun. A actual Game Boy game, or you can play it on Game Boy Color or Super Game Boy, and I assume it would also work on the Retron 5. Flying Arrows. So this is an adventure game in which kind of has a little Mega Man vibe to it, but you're shooting arrows. And I also think you can ride your own arrow. It wasn't, this page is not.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
Yeah, they might be pretty early in the design of the game. But yeah, see here he's riding an arrow. Now I'm not sure if he shot that and then jumped on it and is now riding it, or if that was just a villain's arrow or a
level 1.
A levels. So
not a lot to.
Yeah, pretty cool, but not a whole lot to talk about. I think they could have done a little bit better on their page.
Yeah. Well, maybe their hope is in the video.
Maybe.
You need to watch the video.
Maybe.
Midnight Murder Mystery.
Yeah. I thought of you when I saw this one. If I die, I'm telling you, I was murdered. She does it, watches them all the time. And does them. We used to have a neighbor.
None of our neighbors have ever died.
Yeah.
But I'm not alone. A lot of people really enjoy watching Forensic Files and Buried in the Backyard and Cold Case Files.
But the thing is they don't watch them giddy. They sit there and Midnight Murder Mysteries 1 to 5, 75 minutes.
Okay, a story-based game.
Yeah. Are you ready to come aboard for an immersive adventure?
So does that mean though, if it's a story-based game, that it's like a one-time shot?
It may be. I didn't see that in here. It also had a competitive mode.
Competitive,
which is
cooperative, and solo.
One little beef we have with game manufacturers: you don't have to make your game for everybody.
Yeah.
Make one version and make it the best you can. Now, cooperative and solo, they go so hand in hand. That's fine. But once you start throwing cooperative and competitive, sometimes you kind of lose me. And they got the cardboard standees. So it looks like you need to go around the ship and interview people and find clues. So you got to answer these questions. Who is guilty? What was the motive? And how did the victim die?
I mean, that's what you need when you go to trial.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
and the board is kind of small. Very simple.
Yeah, 3 action points a turn.
Biggest fan of standees.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like the concept of a murder mystery, but
So yeah, I'm trying to see 3 case booklets. Looks like there are 3 cases.
Okay, so yeah, it's like
I think once you know the answer, you're done. No, I don't hate that as much as many people, as long as it's reasonably priced.
Yeah,
it looks like
to only be played one time.
$52. That's the French version. Yeah. So $52 for 3 cases. That said what, 75 minutes a case? Is that what it said? 75 minutes. So you're looking at, I don't know, 4 hours and for $50. Then you sell it for $20.
Unless it's destructive.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think so. And then in those destructive games, you can kind of just set them to the side, unless you got to put something on the board or put something on a card. You're fine.
Like Pandemic Legacy Season 1.
That's right.
You can't resell that.
We tried at first, and it just wasn't.
You tried at first to not destroy it. You have to.
Yumcha, which is
Kickstarter.
basically eating food and drinking tea.
Oh, I could be good at that.
Yeah, this is actually from Australia, but I think that's Chinese.
Okay.
Chinese thing. This is a super freaking cute card game. I forget what they call that artwork style, but yeah, you're basically trying to collect 3 foods of one category and 2 identical teas.
Okay.
And I think you're doing some drafting and doing some all sorts of
Sounds pretty simple.
yeah. It's got really cute art. I mean, look at that.
So this almost reminds me of like sushi roll, or is it
Sushi Go.
Sushi Go?
Yeah, little Sushi Go-ish. Let's see. The problem is I think I might gain 500 pounds from playing this game. Because I'm going to be like, what the heck is a barbecue pork bun?
Oh, yeah.
A seafood dumpling, a soup dumpling. I've never had a soup dumpling.
That sounds good.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to want to eat just
Everything.
massive amounts of Chinese food every time I play this game. And really pack on the pounds there. But yeah, super cute little card game.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk 2077. So once they send the game out, they're going to send cards to fix the game out every couple of weeks or so. That's a joke about the video game this is based on. They released a broken video game and had to constantly update and patch it and patch it and patch it.
Oh.
I've heard nowadays it's playable, but when this game first came out, it wasn't playable.
Okay.
So people paid $60 for a game they couldn't play. If you didn't have the internet, you were done. But they made a board game, and it's made by Simon, which is a fantastic publisher. This game, it says 90 to 120. I think that's even pushing it. It seems like you are literally playing an open world game set in the Cyberpunk universe. This game looks huge.
It does.
I mean, you're trying to.
Those minis are pretty cool.
Well,
but like it's crazy.
CMON stands for cool, mini, or not.
Okay.
Like either it's going to have cool minis or we're not going to publish it. It's basically what it means. Look at that board. There's so much going on. I feel like I would get lost in all the nuance.
So you have to be your own gang.
Yeah, so you're playing gangs. It's area control, but you're updating cybernetic enhancements. You're recruiting henchmen. You're doing.
Oh, geez.
Also, you're fighting each other. You're fighting the man. You're infiltrating. I think there's some hackers in there. So you're trying to infiltrate data. I mean, it is. You like big board games. This one is for you. Big open world board game. The problem is I don't have anyone to play it with.
My head would explode first.
Yeah, this is a lot. I think this is one that I would like to play at a convention or when we don't have kids and go to like a game day. This is a game I would like to play, but that's a lot of time.
It's a whole lot of game.
It looks awesome. That cyberpunky universe. Just and CMON will do the game right. Trust me on that. They're very good. Team Halloween.
Who doesn't love anything Halloween?
Yeah. Apparently a lot of people, because this one is probably not going to fund. Unfortunately, because actually, again, the reason I didn't go through and delete this one is I think it is a super freaking cute idea. So the idea is that there's these 3 random monsters. You draw 3 random monsters at the start of the game, and then you recruit trick-or-treaters based on their outfits to help you fight those monsters.
Oh, really?
So like if there's a witch here and you see an astronaut trick-or-treater, like, oh, well, the astronaut trick-or-treater can fly.
Oh,
so that
okay.
can catch the witch. And so you're trying
That's
to match
cute.
up these symbols with all these little trick-or-treaters. It's really, really cute art. This is a really innovative turn-based system. So you pick these random cards. So if you get the 1, you go first.
Mhm.
And if I get 6, you're going first. But you can get 3 and I get 6, you go first. If you get the rotted pumpkin, you skip your turn.
Oh, wow.
So
That rotted pumpkin looks so sad.
it's a very sad pumpkin. I thought this was a heck of an idea. I don't know why it's not doing better than what it is. And of course, you got all these adorable pictures
That's so cute.
of trick-or-treaters. I think maybe they.
No, what's the age? Wait, yeah, I thought it just said.
No, I don't think it should be that.
Way down there where you were. Right, up there it is.
No, it's when they expect it.
Keep going because it's here it is. 2 to 6 players. Every kid. So requirements.
Yeah, it doesn't have an age. I wouldn't imagine it. It's just cards. That's all it is. If your kid won't eat the cards, he can play it. Yeah, I thought this was adorable. I wish this was doing better. But you know, that's Kickstarter. Not all the best ones get made. Got a couple more here.
Clash of Galliforms.
So explore, build, battle, and the strategy resource management with ground living birds inspired by real-time strategy games. So this one feels like the next Scythe.
Okay. Yeah, those boards even.
Yeah,
okay.
those boards look very Scythe-y. It looks like you have groups of birds, landlocked birds, and you're doing battle. So it's 1 to 4 or 2 to 6 players, I'm sorry. 30 to 60 minutes. I mean, look at that.
Wow.
Those are some big boards. And then the thing that looked really, really cool is, so these are the map tiles.
Okay.
And they're triangle shaped, which I don't know if I've ever seen. They're going to plant trees, which is cool.
So when you buy the game,
yeah,
plant trees.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think if they plant trees for the first 48 hours. So I guess if you backed it within the first 48 hours, which we did not do, they were going to plant a tree. So now they're going to cut down a tree if you back it after that time. Now, let me show you this board, because this board was really, really cool. See how it's like all these triangles and you fit them together to.
I'm assuming you could fit them together different ways.
Yeah, I assume so. So you can get a little variety each game. Get a great big old bird first player token, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm on the fence with this one. I really like the triangles. We really like Scythe, but we already have Scythe.
This is true.
Do we need, a Scythe with birds?
I wouldn't say anything like about the artwork itself or the components stands out as, I mean, other than the triangles, I wouldn't say anything stands out as like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Right, yeah. This one, it looks interesting. Might have to do a little bit more research before we make our final decision on this one. But
got 10 days.
Yeah, some time on that one. Journey Adventure Quest, Jack. This name, man, they did not grab me with this name. Journey Adventure Quest. It feels like every game has one of those. But it's a drafting game for 2 to 6 players. And every time I see this Hydra, I always think, you seen that meme where they had like the two evil looking Hydras and the one dumb one, and they'll put like two smart ideas and then one dumb
Yeah.
one. I can't not think of that every time I see this
Well, there is a drawing with
Hydra.
his tongue sticking out.
Yeah, I don't see the dumb one, to be fair, but it feels
They all
like,
just look mean.
yeah, no dumb ideas here, just mean ones. Oh, that says 1 to 6. I wonder if they unlocked the solo mode. So drafting, card stacking, magic, and boss battling. 2 different pledges. Ooh,
What is that?
that's a slime.
What is the game? It doesn't feel like it fits.
Yeah, you fight slime in RPGs all the time. Triceratops equipment set. Ooh, excuse me. Of course, that sounds pretty cool. This page probably could have used, they got a lot of people to work to do videos on, so
Yeah.
I probably need to watch some of those. But yeah, I can't get the dumb Hydra out of my mind. But yeah, so your players draft cards dawn, noon, and dusk each day to fill equipment. So it looks like you're trying to beef up your guys and then go fight a boss.
Okay.
You
know, I don't like fighting,
well, you're fighting the boss. You're not fighting each other.
but I don't like to fight
You don't like to fight anybody?
nobody.
What? Not even the computer.
Mm.
See, you can stack cards and get all sorts of special abilities. Yeah. The art on this look decent. Kind of like a cartoon fantasy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They needed a better name.
I just immediately think Shaq.
Yeah. 2 more. These are 2 that I added after I sent you the list.
Okay.
But we had a delay, so I didn't think I could realistically remember where we left off.
I like that name though. Plutocracy.
Plutocracy. Space is time, as money is power. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes. I didn't see where this one was from.
German? No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
will you please say the publisher's name? I'm gonna get a drink.
Doppeldenkspiel. Doppeldenkspiel.
I don't think you said that right. But I don't want to correct you, embarrass you. So it's a pick up and deliver Euro game with open information, simple rules, and high playability. What makes this game special is that space equals times. The further you travel, the more time you spend, and that the planets, Earth and asteroids, are constantly changing their position. So, like in real life,
Yeah.
the planets revolve. The planets revolve in this game, but it doesn't have one of those cool spinny boards. You got to manually do it.
Oh.
But yeah, so see this little video here where you move them around the board.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
this looks pretty interesting.
It does.
That board could use a little sprucing up, I feel.
Pretty plain.
Yeah, pretty.
But I like the picture. Are those player boards?
I think these are, yeah, what you can do in your turn. For spaceship is on a planet, you can sell and buy resources.
Okay, so the different planets.
Yeah, so it looks like you're landing. So if you land on the big board,
Mhm.
then you can go to the little board for each individual planet.
That doesn't look like Earth.
That's
It's great.
well, very polluted, thanks to all these bloated Kickstarters and their plastic use. Yeah, I mean, there's the dudes. So yeah, so here's all the planets.
That's not all.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. Well, maybe that one's Pluto. I was like, maybe they cut out Pluto.
Earth, Mars,
Oh.
Jupiter, Saturn,
Yeah,
Uranus,
Uranus.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter,
There's
Saturn,
9.
Uranus. Well, Pluto isn't really a planet anymore. It's a dwarf planet now.
Plutocratic. Interesting.
I feel like I needed more there.
Yeah.
I needed a little more.
Yeah, that page was a little plain Jane. Horror in the library. Escape the mad professor's clutches. 2 to 4 players, 45 to an hour 20. Wow. That's a big gap.
2 hours. 20 minutes is 2 hours.
So explore the library, collect pages which unlock the key to your escape. Rotate room tiles and pave your path or thwart the progress of others.
That's kind of a cool concept.
This is Take That.
I know I'm not a Take That kind of fan, but this is kind of a cool concept.
Right.
So what kind of
this is some wild art.
Yeah.
That's what threw me off. It's almost like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Or that kind of like cartoony horror.
Tim Burton?
Yeah, basically Tim Burton. Yeah, this page wasn't the most polished, and we're already done. So I'm not exactly sure.
That's kind of a cool idea, though, where you're placing room tiles for your advantage and then against other people's advantage. Or against.
It looks like it's got. Oh, I guess that's pages of the book.
Okay.
Yeah, this one you might have to watch the video. Blue Donut Games. See, I said my publisher is super easy. I don't know why you're struggling so much. Battle monsters and survive them to fight your adversary. Battle monsters to survive and send them to fight your adversaries. Okay. So yeah, it's a horror game which are typically cooperative, but you're just trying to escape and let them get the other guys.
Use other people as a human shield.
Oh, see, there you go. There's the spin. It looks. I just can't imagine. This game looks simple. How did you get 120 minutes out of it?
I don't know. And I'm not the biggest fan of stand-ins. Standees.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know if this one's going to fund. They still got 13 days. Mm-hmm. They're about a third of the way to their goal. Might have to watch this video and see something else jumps out at me. And that 120 is jumping out at me. Mm-hmm. This just doesn't feel. Look how small that board is. So I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, that'll do it for the first installment of Bring It to Life. Let us know in the comment section which games you think look good, which games you're considering backing. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.